Lipotoxicity and the Glucose Gateway, How Fat Derails Cellular Energy Supply Chain by Azlan Adnan, MA. Thursday, 20th of November, 2025. Introduction. Glucose is the body's primary energy source. When cells cannot access glucose efficiently, they atrophy and die. Lipotoxicity, the harmful accumulation of fat in non-adipose tissues, is a major disruptor of the glucose uptake pathway. Ectopic fat and intramyocellular lipids. Ectopic fat refers to lipid deposits in tissues that are not designed for fat storage, such as liver, pancreas, heart, and skeletal muscle. Intramyocellular lipids, IMCLs, are small lipid droplets within muscle cells that normally serve as energy reserves. Excess IMCLs, however, produce toxic intermediates that impair cellular metabolism. GLUT transporters and the glucose gateway. Glucose enters cells through facilitative transporters called GLUTs. GLUT1 and GLUT3 are largely constitutive and present in many tissues. GLUT4 is insulin-sensitive, found in skeletal muscle and adipose tissue, and requires proper insulin signaling and vesicle trafficking to reach the cell membrane. Lipotoxicity and insulin resistance. Toxic lipid species, such as ceramides and diacylglycerols, accumulate from ectopic fat. These molecules disrupt the IRS-PI3K ACT signaling cascade. As a result, GLUT4 translocation to the cell membrane is impaired, reducing glucose uptake in insulin-sensitive tissues. Mitochondrial and cellular stress. Excess lipid accumulation overloads mitochondria, generating reactive oxygen species and inducing endoplasmic reticulum stress. These effects further compromise transporter function and reduce the phosphorylation of glucose within the cell, creating a metabolic bottleneck. Systemic implications. Lipotoxicity contributes to hyperglycemia, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome. In tissues like the retina, toxic lipid accumulation may exacerbate conditions such as age-related macular degeneration. Muscle and liver dysfunction further amplify systemic metabolic derangement. Dietary interventions to mitigate lipotoxicity. Diet is a key modulator of ectopic fat and lipotoxic stress, reducing refined carbohydrates and industrial seed oils, while increasing omega-3 rich foods, fiber, and whole food patterns can lower circulating free fatty acids. Stabilizing blood glucose and insulin response helps prevent toxic lipid accumulation and supports GLUT4 function. Conclusion. Lipotoxicity creates a metabolic bottleneck at the glucose gateway, limiting cellular energy supply. Maintaining a diet that reduces ectopic fat, protects insulin signaling, and supports GLUT4 trafficking is critical for cellular health and long-term metabolic resilience.
An invitation, International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Wednesday, 3rd December 2025, 1200 to 14:30 hours. Venue MAB Canteen, Malaysian Association for the Blind, MAB Complex. Address Jalan Tebing, off Jalan Tun Sambanthan, 4 Brickfields, 50470 Kuala Lumpur. To commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities this year, I am hosting an informal roundtable luncheon to discuss universal design. Panelists will include my friends with various disabilities, including vision impairment, physical disability, and hearing impairment, as well as my architect and lawyer friends. This informal discussion on universal design will be of interest to architects, town planners, civil engineers, quantity surveyors, advocates for accessibility and inclusivity, persons with disabilities, PWD, as well as caregivers and students of architecture and design. For a totally immersive experience, all sighted persons will be blindfolded throughout the event. Lunch will consist of a whole food, plant-based WFPB menu curated by me. This event is also open to members of the public. Attendance is by donation for able-bodied and sighted persons. Hopefully, your contribution will cover the cost of your lunch, as well as that of a PWD. Seating is limited, and at the moment there are 15 places left. To confirm your attendance, please make your voluntary contribution by scanning the QR code. If you are unable to attend but wish to support this event, feel free to make a small donation, not more than 5% of your monthly income. Any excess funds will go towards ongoing treatments to restore my vision. We will have a fruitful and meaningful discussion that will raise awareness of the need for universal design for PWD. Universal design. For background information on universal design, I have made several videos. Links are in the video description below. Azlan Adnan, MA, VIP founder, Green Party of Malaysia.
International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Wednesday, 3rd of December 2025. Every year, 3rd of December is officially recognized by the United Nations as the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It has been observed globally since its proclamation in 1992 under UN General Assembly Resolution 4730. The day promotes understanding of disability issues, supports the dignity, rights, and well-being of persons with disabilities, and raises awareness of the importance of inclusion in all spheres of life: political, social, economic, and cultural.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support.